Good afternoon and welcome to Tawau, a city on the southeastern tip of Borneo. Got here yesterday and I am going to take you around and show you some of the hidden gems of a city that you've never heard of, and hopefully persuade you that maybe one day you'll come here. So Tawau started as a small fishing village until 1898, when the British came along and changed all of it, and it became a trade place for tobacco, rubber, cocoa, and all these trades are still thriving today. So I'm at the waterfront at the moment. We're going to have a wander around. This is the seafood capital of Malaysia, and just behind me on the roundabout is evidence of a marlin, and you can just see underneath it, "We love Tawau." So we'll have a walk down here. There is interesting stuff, culture, history, all in this big city, and it's one of the third biggest cities on the Malaysian side of Borneo. And we're heading towards the ferry terminal, and this is ideal if you are going from the Malaysian side to the Indonesian side without the hassle of going through the road customs, the borders. Jump the ferry, get yourself across. The history of this city is quite sad in that during World War II, most of this city was destroyed by the Allied bombings used to disrupt the Japanese occupation. The British came along after the World War II and proceeded to rebuild it due to the trade. So most of these buildings are all from the late 1940s. Right, this is the waterfront. This is quite good. This is something I was told to come and see. Popular space for the tourists to come along, take the photographs. It's quite nice. So I'm at the ferry terminal to try and find out whereabouts these ferries go to, and they go to Tarakan. So if you're ever in the Malaysian side and you want to get to the Indonesian side, then that is the place you need to go to. And I'm going to carry on up this way and go around the port. Talking of the trade of Tawau, it is the biggest exporter of cocoa in Malaysia. In fact, it's actually got its own cocoa museum and plantation that you can go and visit, which is about 6 miles away, I think. I didn't do too much research into it because the fact it is closed in the afternoons, only opens in the mornings. And they recommend that you pre-book it a day or two in advance because it is a popular place to go. And it's a shame that I'm only here for a day and a half, that I've not had a chance to get down, because that's something I would have gone to. So at the moment I'm just having a wander. There's a lot of markets. There's a food court over there. There's a big old traffic jam. I think that's it's a car park. Nothing exciting. So I'm now in a park, and behind me is a monument for celebrating the 100 years of Tawau being formed by the British in 1898. So that would have been put up, and it's 100-year anniversary. But the main thing that I've come to see is, as I said, during the Second World War, there was the city flattened, except for this. This is the bell tower. It's the only monument to survive the bombings during the World War II. So this was built in 1921 with funds provided by a local Japanese businessman. It was constructed using prison labour and it was built just to commemorate the signing of the armistice after World War I. And in the centre is Peace 1918. Now if you look up, I don't know if you can see, although it's a bell tower, there is no bell. It mysteriously disappeared during World War II and no one knows where it went. However, there is a legend that says the people thought, who would look after the bell in a war situation? And they thought, God. So they took it to a local church about 1 kilometre away, but it's never been found since. It has been restored in 2006 and I've got most of my information from that thing there. Although I have done some research, it's easier just to read off that as I'm going, ooh, look at that. Now, leaving the bell tower behind me, I've just seen this in front and it looks like, I would say park, but there's not a lot to it. And there's a big stage. So is this where the city does all its celebrations? Getting the local top pop groups to perform? Oh, look at that. There is a sign there, welcome to Tawau Marathon 2024. Now, I don't know if it's been or it's coming up. It's a shame that I'm not around for it because I would... No, I wouldn't do it. I'm not at that stage yet. But this is a quiet area. Really peaceful. My biggest enemy since I've arrived in Borneo, when I've been going around all the cities and the towns, has been the weather. For the last hour it has been drizzling off and on, and at the moment it's starting to come down a bit too much for my liking, and I'm hoping it's just a little shower because there is a lot more to see. If you're an adventurous fitness freak coming to Tawau, that on the outskirts of the city is Tawau National Park. They've got hot springs around here, so many hikes that I was actually tempted to stay just to go along and to see what it's like. They're about 10 miles away, 15 miles away, something like that, and from what I've seen online, they do look beautiful, and they're on the edge of the rainforest, so it's perfect for doing a bit of hiking, seeing a bit of wildlife, nature. But unfortunately I'm leaving tomorrow morning first thing, so I'm not going to get a chance to see it. Now I am trying my best to find the local market. According to online, it is the biggest indoor market in Malaysia, and it's right here in the city. And I have looked on the map and it just gives me lots of markets, but I don't know which one is the biggest. So I'm going to try and find it. Right, I've come back down towards the port again, but what I thought was a car park is actually a market. There's a seafood market, and because the rain is starting to come down, I think it might be wise to have a wander in.
Where's you from?
England.
England.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So I don't know if it's seafood or... I'm gonna have a look inside. Keep dry. Umbrellas coming up everywhere. No, this is not seafood. It is fruit, vegetables. Where's all the fish? Oh, is that it up there? That's quite big. Which one? So I've come up to the next level.
What?
I can't get them. I'll go that way. Is it okay? Oh, sorry. It's a bit busy up here.
Hi, John.
You got that down there. So I think it goes up again. So. Wasn't too happy about me filming. Oh wow. So maybe this was built as a car park and then got changed into a market. Cars on the next level, I suppose. Right, let's have a wander up. Maybe this is the biggest market in Malaysia, only for the fact that it just goes up and up and up. And yeah, there's more stuff up there. This is a view down here. Wow. So that's the market. Really impressive. And it's the best place to go to embrace the local life of Tawau. Now in front of me is another roundabout with another structure. Try not to get any cars in the way. But it's an eagle going down for a fish. And most roundabouts around here will have some sort of sea-themed structure in their roundabouts. This place I'm actually standing in, just there, was where I got dropped off by the bus yesterday afternoon, not even realising that the market was behind me. And in the time I've been here, I have met and only seen two Westerners. I met a Polish woman in the hotel yesterday. In the previous video I did say she was German, I apologise. And I met randomly a British guy outside the hotel I was leaving who stopped me, went, "Another British person, what are you doing here?" Now he gave me some good advice when backpacking around Borneo. He reckons that if I'm looking for cheap accommodation, do not go on booking.com or Agoda or Hostelworld. Ask a taxi driver. A lot of these hotels that are very cheap cannot afford to go on these the travel apps. So he was telling me that he's got a hotel, single room, very good Wi-Fi for half of what I've got right now. Now the rain is still coming down, but it's not as heavy as it was before. So all these buildings have been built since the Second World War. Hi, how are you? Good? I'm good. And it's hard to believe that the bell tower is the oldest structure in town. I think I spoke too soon about the rain. I think it might be time to find a coffee shop and get out of this nasty weather. As I am trying to find a coffee shop, I've just had a quick look at my notes that I took last night, and just outside the city is the Tawau Hills Park, and it has some of the tallest tropical trees in the world. There is a tree there that is 88 meters tall, and according to some of the reviews I've read, it's like walking through a skyscraper city of the natural world. And again, it's a shame that I can't get a chance to get up there because time is short. But I've just seen another structure in the middle of a roundabout, and that looks like a plant. Get a bit closer. But more importantly, I've just seen a coffee house. Morning coffee. Time to go there. That coffee was needed. And the coffee shop I was in was actually the first one I turned up yesterday afternoon when I arrived, not knowing where I was going to be staying, that had Wi-Fi. So they remembered me, because there's not many Westerners around here. But I've come back out and I've just seen this roundabout, and I'm just fascinated by the structures around them. This one's a hut. That's very random. So when I was in the hotel this morning asking about places to go, they recommended that I should go down here. And this is not actually on any of the touristy things I've read about. So it's street art, and it's somewhere around here. So I've just come to a bus station, and this is the street art that I was told about, I think. There is places to go and see around here. Oh, been there. Been there. See if there's anything else. Because the guy did get excited about it. Is there any more? Or is that it? I've had a good look around. What was it? Unless I'm missing it, because I have come to the right place according to where he showed me on the map. But I'm going to go further on because there is other things to see. Somewhere down here. And I'm here, and this is and I apologise for my pronunciation, Tugu Peringatan Tawau. This is dedicated to the war between Indonesia and Malaysia in the 1960s. Now, as you come in, you have all these. I'm assuming these are people who died from the city and the year they died. There's nothing in English. But all leads to this in the centre. I'll just go around the other side to have a look at it. That's beautiful. So on that side that had 1963 on the dates. This one's got 1925. This is just a map of various things around and what you can see. That goes even further back, 1891. 2 years after the British came. I've just had a quick look at my notes that I did make for going round. This is a memorial to the Indonesian and Malaysian War of 63 to 1966. And having a quick look at some of these, the various years I can assume, and that's only because of 1990, it's got down the British North Borneo timber. I think this is the history of the city, of when things were built. So how far does it go back? 1857. Interesting. Maybe because I haven't got a clue what it all means, but I'm just guessing. Not a lot of information online last night reading about it. If only I had some mobile phone data, I could find out more. But it's just a nice monument. So I'm now on the other side of the city, probably about 15-minute walk, and it's still a bit rainy. And I'm here at the Sabindo plaza, which is a well-known area for its street food, especially over there in the market area, because the city is famous for its fusion of cultures. So around here you'll find dishes that reflect the city's mix of Malaysian, Chinese and Indonesian influences. Now, the city is famous for its yellow rice, which I had last night in a restaurant, which tasted of rice, but it's yellow. But it's famous here. So yeah, there's a lot of street food being set up over there. So tonight that will be busy. I am fascinated by these roundabouts around the city. You've got this one here which looks like a shrimp. Get a bit closer without the car knocks down. And then you've got more market down there. Yeah, that's a prawn, a shrimp. I wonder if there's a list of all the animals around on the roundabouts. We could have, go around, check them all off. And then from the shrimp, or the prawn, there is in the background, get a bit closer. This is the Al-Kauthar mosque, and we're going to have a wander across there right now. It's said to be the largest mosque in the city. Love a cake house. Good name for a cake shop. But I'm going to try and get around the front of this. So this mosque was opened in 2004. It can accommodate up to 17,000 people. And the dome on the top is reportedly the biggest one in Southeast Asia. Wow. And it's directly across the road from the sea, the beach, from the sea. Wow. And its design was inspired by traditional Malayan and Arab elements. And obviously I can't go in. In fact, it's telling me there, trousers, long sleeve only, shorts, t-shirt not allowed. So I'm not gonna go in. T-shirt, shorts, not a good idea. You can see him go around the front. Yeah, there's a path. Let's go. And this is the view from the front. See him getting towers in. Wow. So that's meant to be the biggest dome Southeast Asia. What I didn't realise was I was at the back end of the mosque, so I've come round to the front, and this is it. Obviously I'm on the outside of this wall, so I'm not actually inside. But look at that. If it wasn't for the trees, I'd probably get a better view, but that's good. Wow. I'm impressed. I am heading back towards the hotel, and I just thought I'd go straight through the market opposite the square. Now this is a night market, so they've set up pretty early. It is 5:15. I've been out for about 5 hours walking around this city. And one of the main reasons I've just got this camera out is because from across the road I saw some more street art. Look at that. Tawau. And I hope I've been saying the name of this city right. Now if you watched my video that I did yesterday, my last video, the previous one, you'll know that my first impressions of this place were not the best. I was even tempted to go this morning on a bus to the next place without even looking around. I am glad I stayed, because I've delved into online to find out what's here, what's not here. This has been a really good day. And from the looks of it, there's going to be entertainment tonight down here. They've got a band setting up with a night market. This night market looks quite big as well. The street food as well. So there's a chance that I'll be back out. So even though there are cities, towns that you go to when you go backpacking, that your first impressions is not the best, stick it out. You may find that you might actually like it, like I have with this place. Tomorrow morning I will be leaving, and to be honest, I still haven't got a clue where I'm going to. Now I've got a rough idea. I know the bus station or the minibuses across the road, and most of them leave about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So it's going to be an early night for me while I work out where I'm going. But if you've enjoyed this day, if you've enjoyed this tour, press that like button. It's been an eye-opener. I keep meaning to do more research, and finding out research last night has paid off. But if you want to see where I'm going next, then you need to subscribe, and you'll find out exactly where I am when you press that bell. So as I say goodbye to Tawau, it's bye bye for now.